per hour. Sunny and windy Saturday, high 64, winds gusting to 45 miles per hour. For Redlands this morning, clear skies, sunny today, high 68. And for Palm Springs, we'll have a clear morning, sunny afternoon, the high 74. I'm meteorologist Jim Minaldi for Smart Talk 1490 KMET.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you. We got a lot of things going on. I will say, if you got time, come out. It's the auto show. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks, and they got some really cool stuff. I actually posted it on my Instagram. Go ahead and follow me, Aaron M. Sanchez. The Hyperion. If you get a chance to see that, it's a pretty cool vehicle. It's expensive. I heard it's in the high category of a lot of money. It looks like, I don't know how to say it. It looks like it could be a submersible / high speed / I don't even know how to explain it. It's a great car, but go check it out, the Hyperion. And if you get tickets there, even better, because you'll have fun the whole time. So get your tickets to the event. It is the auto show happening at the LA Convention Center. It's all this week, next week, and I think, I don't remember exactly the date, but a lot of fun. So do that, and you'll be happy for it. We got Jesse Sanchez over there. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning. It is such a beautiful Friday.
Yeah, right? I know. What are you doing, going into the week?
Well, today I will probably be playing Pokemon Scarlet or Violet because I will be purchasing it today. It got released.
Nice.
I have no other plans for this weekend, so that's what I'm looking at.
All right, awesome. I can't wait till you buy Oculus. Then we can have fun online. And we could record that. I actually have been recording some stuff. I have some people I'm talking to. I'm like, hey, you know how you do that? Let's get on, and then record that and then stream that or broadcast that and have fun with that. So some pretty cool stuff. Anyway, a lot of things going on. And yeah, this is happening. So don't say we didn't warn you. Okay, we've been talking about this. And I said, look, don't pretend COVID is gone. Don't pretend it's just a thing of the past. Don't pretend it's, I'll give you an example. I had a conversation this week, and it was a conversation about Ukraine and Russia. And oddly enough, the guy was like, huh? And I'm like, yeah, Russia, Ukraine. He goes, well, I don't discuss politics. I say, okay, I don't know what politics is with Ukraine and Russia. I go, I get, like, but you got to kind of get that out of your head. If you lived in Russia or Ukraine, would you want to go to war? Like if you know what I mean? The people of Ukraine do not want war. We know this. We're smart. We talk about it. We discuss it. But some people, I realize, just are not, either A, they don't want to know, or B, they just, Now, granted, he lives in Texas. All right. So, we're busy with the news. And I'm not going to lie, Jess. I used to not be as busy with the news. I'd see headlines, but we never, I didn't have a show that discussed the news. In fact, when we had the show prior to 2020, we kept it fun. We didn't discuss anything about anything. I kept it away from politics 100%. Didn't discuss anything about that. The only time I started to kind of go with that was more when it came to COVID. So I kept it more COVID related because I'm like, okay, that's health, right? Health is not politics. Health can be turned into politics, but so can a shooting. A shooting can be turned into politics, right? But I say, yeah, but someone died. Don't turn it into politics, right? That's kind of where Alex Jones, which now has to pay millions of dollars out to families, he did that exact thing. He's like, oh, it's politics. You know what I mean? And you can't do that. But and have you seen that, Jess? There have been a lot of reports. I know we didn't do a show yesterday, but I know you got some stuff you've probably seen. Target now is locking up so much stuff, including hair stuff like shampoo. And they're like, are you surprised? I'm like, yes, I am surprised. So you know how when you got to wait for a person to come, like if you want a razor or maybe you want, certain items like maybe for birth control, right? You got to ask someone, right? And then you hope they come, but you got to wait, right? Well, now even your shampoo is locked up behind a glass, Jess, because there's so many people raiding Target. And Target did the number. They go, how much have we lost in all these raids? They call them raid parties or something like that. I don't know. A bunch of people run in, they take a bunch of stuff, and then they run out. So, Jess, look, it's getting weird. My mom was literally watching the news. She missed the one where we were talking about, you know, that one that ran over all those he was going the wrong way on the road in Whittier and crashed into all those. Did you see that?
Oh my God, yes, I was gonna talk about that too. That made me so angry. What? I saw the video. I did not believe it. I don't know what to say about it. The fact that also he was released today.
Yeah, I was like, how do you release what's going on with people's mind, man? He's obviously guilty. They didn't process it right, according to the information that I saw. They didn't process it right. They have to get all their, I don't know. I think someone got weird. I don't know. It's obvious. He has to be in front of a judge. Was he released after seeing a judge or not? He ran into. Okay, we'll say this: the vehicle that we saw. I don't know if it's him, right? We'll go, the other way. The vehicle ran into, and I can't even show the footage. It's disturbing, right, Jess? It's disturbing. And I saw it quick, and then it was off. You ever be on Instagram or TikTok, and you're you want to see something, and then something new comes in, you're like, shoot, where was that article? And if you're following a lot of people like I do, it goes away. You're like, shoot. I thought it was a mirror, but you see a basketball rim, right? Is that the footage you saw, Jess?
You know what? No, I did not see. All I saw was a group of people running and a car coming straight at them.
Okay.
Now,
maybe they have other video footage of that. But yeah, and they were running in a row, kind of military, right? You could see military going, right? And they're jogging in right together, very organized. But he came right at them. And then I saw a report where the sheriff said, yeah, the first couple people, and if you look closely, the first couple people, they dodge out of the way. But if you're behind someone in a row, you can't see what's ahead. So I'm like, well, note self, don't ever do that on the road. Go onto the sidewalk. So yeah, but why was he driving at the opposite end? Was he what's the information there? Do you know, Jess?
no, it does not say. All I have to say is there's no excuse. Oh, I can't. I see the angle that you're talking about with the
Basketball court.
The basketball hoop. No, I saw a different angle. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Even if you're going the wrong way, these people are going what? Running speed? And you're in a car? I'm pretty sure you can tell the difference.
And the way he pummeled into them, right?
Yes,
now,
he didn't hesitate. Oh my God.
I can see someone getting a heart attack or getting a seizure or getting something, and then the car going at the wrong, Some say he did it on purpose. I don't know. The one that they locked up, young, 22, released. I don't really know. All I know is this. You got to be careful with Whittier and anywhere now when you're on the road. People have hit and run. He obviously hit and ran, right? Because they didn't catch him at the scene. When I saw the aftermath, and I said, okay, and I showed my mom that. She's like, what happened? I go, there was a vehicle that drove but I didn't understand it even when we reported it, how you could do that. It was the best way to put it, and this is sad to say for those listening, and we know you're on the road, some of you, but it's like this. You have a bowling ball, and you strike down the pins, but the pins are all in a row. You get it, Jess? That's basically what it was.
Oh my God, I flash back to a Miley Cyrus song where he's coming in like a wrecking ball, and I feel so bad now.
Yeah, the vehicle wrecking ball into you, right? Don't get wrecked in, you know what I mean? So these things are happening all over town. So my mom yesterday, before I had to go to the convention center, she goes, wait, you're going to LA, right? I go, yeah. She goes, do you know what's on the news? And I go, yeah, we report it every day. Trust me, I know. That's why you got to be safe when you go to Target, right? Or Target, as many of you say. Or any shopping store now, right? Even the mall, right? Nordstrom. I think JCPenney's safe for now. Macy, I've been to Macy. They're safe. Oh, they have a great deal, by the way. Buy online. I got shoes at a discount. Okay, one day I went, and they were $100 some bucks because I needed new shoes for. Oh, we gave a special presentation yesterday. I posted it. I actually recorded it on my phone. Hopefully they'll release it. I don't know. Sometimes Union doesn't do that, and I don't know why they don't stream it. They have us there, but they don't stream it. It's dumb. But we announced the winners of this year's Hispanic Motor Press in different categories. And so we invited some of the manufacturers to come up and, accept their award. It's the first time we did that actually in person, so I was excited about it. I'm excited for next year because there are a couple of things I wish we would have done had we had more time. But we have a booth at the LA Convention Center, so that's a good thing. All right, so go see us. We're there, and we can answer any of your questions when it comes to anything related to vehicles and why we select them. That's kind of the important thing. You're going to want to know that as well. But my point is this, Jess. There are so many things happening that I say, okay, you got to watch where you're at, and the people that are with you, protect them. I think you said, Jess, you kind of you were asked why you kind of get like a certain way when you go into a store. You kind of watch everybody and everything. Oh, and then we reported, for those of you that didn't see the show a couple days ago, and I saw another one. No. I think we reported on both of them, where you saw, we reported that kid, right, that went up to, I saw more footage on that, went up to the lady on the inside of a shopping place and said, "Can you please say you're my mom because this woman's weird?" Right? Did you see that, Jess?
Yes, I remember we were talking about that, and yeah, teach your kids this, or teach them different tactics or something, because people are crazy.
Yeah, but then on the other hand, the other one was okay, and I was starting this morning, I think it was, I put two and two together. I go, wait a minute, something's going on with people that are weird. They go up to kids, because then the other one was in a Target. That was in LA, I think. And that one, the guy went up to the kid and said, "I'm going to kill you." And then he had a knife, and then he knifed the kid, right? And then knifed a woman later, in a different aisle, right? So they warn you. So run, okay? And be aware of your kids, and take something at them and just hit them, because I saw another footage yesterday of this guy who took a knife to a woman and her child. When she was going to home. I didn't get to get it, but it's graphic. It's all graphic, and these are things that are happening every day. It's worse out there than it never was. And I'll say this: crime has always been a thing, right? It's always been a thing, but it's getting worse, Jess. When do you lock up your hair shampoo from people who raid the store, Jess?
As far as I can tell, it's always been like that. Oh my God!
Whoa! Stop.
Yeah,
it's always been whoa. When you were okay, how old are you now?
Always. More within the past 8 years or 10 years.
They locked up shampoo?
Locked up recently. Yes, they locked up shampoo, baby food, razors.
Baby food? When do you see baby food? Where do you live, Jess?
People, come on.
Okay, yes. You know what? I'm sorry. You're right. You live in the area of San Bernardino and Riverside. And some places in San Bernardino are worse. Those are the ones that claim bankruptcy, right? And there are certain... You're right. I forget about that. I forget. I'm from LA. In LA, they had some items locked up. But other items they keep pretty, especially at Target. Okay, that's the first ever. Okay, so I'll give you that. I forget about that. There are some areas where violence is worse and okay, I'll say that. That's true. People forget sometimes in Riverside and San Bernardino, there are some bad towns, okay? I love Riverside. I love certain things in Riverside. I love certain things in San Bernardino, but the violence is getting all over the world. We'll say that, okay? But yeah, I cannot remember any time ever that shampoo that you put on your hair gets locked up behind, and you got to ask someone, "Hey, can I have some shampoo for my hair?"
Yeah, you know what? Rosalie is right. I do not remember the good old days. You know what? I remember there was a time, where it was okay and safe to walk home from school, right? I used to make money at Target. Do you remember? Do you know Aldi's? You have the quarter you put inside the to use the carts.
I remember that. Yeah. They were at shopping stores.
Yes. Okay. So Target had this back in the 90s at a store in LA. I used to, LA and some other places, but you know what? I used to go to there, ask people if they would like me to take their cart back, and I would make a quarter. I made so much money. People were lazy.
Yeah, and that's smart. And then they did away with it. It was what the hey, right? Because it was, well, then they came out with that technology where it locks up the wheel if you go for, right? And then you still have in some areas where they actually have someone that does that, but they get a truck, they go and find these, and then they return them. I don't know how much they get per, but you were smart. You were ahead of it. I say do that. But anyway, my point is this: there are a lot of people right now that are kind of like, "Are you kidding me? This is a thing." So be careful out there. Watch, as I say, your back. Oh, and I have to report this. I know you guys hate the C word, so I'm going to say the virus. Okay, face masks are back to being recommended. It's not the dreaded M word. I keep telling you, I always have one around. But I will say this. In my defense, okay? In my defense, Jess. I was at the event yesterday, right? I always say wear a face mask. And I'm like, man, someone's going to show me not wearing a mask. I literally, have you ever had your mask where it rips?
Where did it rip? In the middle or in the side?
Well, in the middle or the side? What do you mean middle? I don't have it in the middle.
Like, did the cloth rip or did?
Oh,
like,
no. The string ripped. The string. Yeah, it came out from the side, right? And anyway, long story short. So, I didn't have and I was like, and I asked someone. They had a cool mask on. He was Asian. I said, "Where'd you get your mask?" He goes, "Oh, and I go, "Okay." Basically, I got it from like someone. But I couldn't find a mask at the convention center. So bring a mask, okay? Because now they're recommended again in LA County. Because, that's right, the virus is up, and now we're seeing numbers high again. So when you start seeing that all over the place, some wear them, some have been wearing them, regardless of whether you say it's not a thing. Don't get sick. Oh, and I met people at the convention center where I elbow. Don't get offended if I elbow you, meaning like, how people shake hands? I elbow. Right? And when I elbow, don't get offended. Some people are like, "Why are you elbowing me?" I'm like, because, that's the new way of greeting. I used to do that feet thing when they said social distance, but I haven't stopped. And I'm so glad I didn't stop because I elbowed somebody. I didn't shake his hand. He was shaking everyone's hand. But he literally told me seconds later he had COVID. And I was like, "What are you doing here?" He goes, No. I'm well now. I go, "Okay, but why you have COVID?" He goes, "My daughter gave it to me. She went to school and she got sick and she brought it home." And he was really upset at his daughter. I'm like, it's not your daughter's fault. I mean, seriously. So anyway, long story short, be careful out there because you never know who you're going to come across. Get your shot too. A lot of people don't even have their shot, especially the recent one. I'm not talking about the one in spring of 2022. I'm talking about the latest one, the fall edition. Okay, go get it. And we'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
Running out of letterhead. What do you do? Lithopass Printing. You need business cards. Now what? Lithopass Printing. Invitations to a wedding? Lithopass Printing and Banning is the answer. Lithopass Printing can provide banners, signs, and blueprints. Think of Lithopass Printing and Banning for quality graduation, birthday party, and baby shower invitations. Lithopass Printing also provides lamination, faxing, and photo prints. If you need it inked, make it Lithopass Printing. Lithopass Printing and Banning.
The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning is distinctively suited for your travel time out of the car. Off the road, you'll find a courteous, welcoming staff and spacious rooms with desks, flat-screen HD TVs, and comfortable furnishings. Enjoy the complimentary breakfast buffet, high-speed internet, and fitness center and pool. The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning, conveniently located off the I-10 near golf, gaming, and entertainment. For reservations and information, call 951-572-5500. That's 951-572-5500, or go online at hiebanning.com.
Standard time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit. Get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and stay warm today.
Out the door, in the car, off to work. The same old morning routine. Take a break and stop for hot coffee or a latte and a fresh homemade cinnamon roll or chocolate cream puff. Donut Delight on Highland Springs Road in Banning is a locally owned family business with a friendly staff and customers who are always glad to see you. Get your morning off to a great start at Donut Delight on the corner of Highland Springs Road and Ramsey Street, right off the I-10 freeway. Serving the Pass area for 22 years. Donut Delight is open at 4:30 a.m. daily.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions is now Beaumont Pharmacy with a new location at the Sundance Corporate Center. That's at the corner of Highland Springs and 8th in Suite 110. Of course, they still have Pack Your Meds. No more counting out the pills, dropping them on the floor. Oh, what a mess. And they have a full selection of pharmaceutical CBD. Wheelchairs, over-the-counter meds, you name it, they've got it. So if you're looking for the best and you want the best pharmacy, you go to Beaumont Pharmacy at their new location, 835 North Highland Springs, Beaumont Avenue in Beaumont, California, Suite 110. Give them a call, 951-845-8252.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMET 1490 AM. Again, we will be there. It's the LA Auto Show. We have a booth right next to the Kia setup. Okay, so if you go, it's happening today through the 27th. Today's opening day for the public. So if you want to go find all the great stuff. You know, even like take something with you and then be like, okay, I want to buy that vehicle next, right? Because there's some cool vehicles. Some you could test. Some are electric. Oh, and they have a special, Jess. I've been talking about this on the site because I keep saying get solar. And some of the companies are now, and I think, let me see, let me bring it up. I don't want to get the wrong company. I get some of these companies mixed up in my head because, like, for some reason I group a couple companies together. I don't know why. But they basically offer now solar as kind of like a bundle thing. Yeah, it's Hyundai Home. Check the Hyundai Home. Okay, so what they're doing, and it's smart, right? I've been saying get solar for your home, right? Especially if you have an electric vehicle, because, you know, no matter who you talk to at the show, they say we're not ready when it comes to everyone getting a vehicle of electric, right? Because there's no infrastructure. If you have a rolling blackout, we talked about this the other day, and I talked to someone who knew a manufacturer, and he works for them. He goes, we're not ready. And I said, yeah, but we're ready if you have solar for your home. So, good news is some of the companies are making sense finally, and they're banding together with certain solar companies. So, like, let's say you go get a vehicle, and it's electric, Jess, right? You get financing for that vehicle because you probably lease it or buy it, right? You still got to get financing. You don't have cash for a vehicle, right, Jess?
Yes, of course. Keep going.
Okay, so what they're offering now is like, okay, would you also like solar for your home? Now, the good thing about this is they already have you know what your credit is, and you could bundle it in your payment, right? Now, you're already paying for energy, all right? So let's say you don't do solar. You're going to pay more long-term and even short-term with Edison or any other power company that you have, whether it be a local or not. I know like places like certain areas here in California have their own utility company, so it's not Edison, but your power company, whatever that is, are charging a premium, okay? It's double the amount it was, and I asked several people, what did you pay in 2020? What do you pay now? And in many, it's all double, okay? I have yet to find someone who pays their bill. Now, it's different if someone pays the bill for you. You could tell who's living at home because they don't know the math. But if you ask, what was the bill in 2020 and what's the bill in 2022, you'll see it's double, okay? And some people were like, yeah, you know. And I'm like, all right, you obviously got money. But I'm like, if you don't, that's weird, right? In 2 years' time, it went double. Now, in 20, and I'll say this, I used to do solar way back in the day. I'm thinking about doing it again because it's going to make a lot of money in the next couple of years. Vehicles need power, right? You want to charge them. You want to charge them at home. Now, I say if you want to drive local, you'll be fine. All right, because charging them takes anywhere from like 30 to 40 minutes. There's some new fast charging stuff at the show, which are coming out. They're not out yet. They're coming out, okay? But there's a lot of vehicles that are going electric, okay? So I say to get ahead of it, bundle it. If you're already going to pay for power, get a little bit more to replace your power now. But you have to own a residence, okay? You can't rent. If you rent, you're out of it. So I say to renters, before you buy a electric vehicle, get hybrid, okay? Get hybrid. Because where are you going to plug it, right, Jess? Like, you get where I'm going with that?
No, I get what you're going. I thought about that too. Like only if apartment complexes have setups for electrical connections, but they don't at this moment. So it's not very practical.
It's
for
not.
At least apartment or rentals anyway.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. There's a way to make money, but it's a little complicated. And landlords don't want to hear that. They go, no. So you got to own or live at home where you own that home, right? Or you pay a mortgage, right? Then you bundle it. If you bundle it, within about 8 years, it'll make basically free energy, as long as the panels like hold. Because sometimes if you have a bad manufacturer or if they get weak over time or you don't clean them enough, they diminish when they do power. So that's why you want to get them cleaned at least once a year. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. But people like Hyundai are smart and they're bundling it together with other company. When you buy the vehicle, so you sign up for the vehicle, you get the vehicle, but they say, hey, you're going to need solar for that. Would you like solar for it now? We'll install it for you. I don't know if they charge a premium. I would check on that. I don't know that. But they bundle it together at the time that you buy, so it makes it easy breezy. So you're going to see a lot of people all of a sudden have solar on their home with a vehicle. Okay, they never did this before. If you bought a vehicle that was electric, you usually were like, okay, I'm going to get, maybe that power supply like Tesla has. You keep seeing those on the wall. And it's a battery like converter, right? It turns your power into that, and I don't know if it stores. They need one that stores. I know they say it's not doable, but it's doable. I'm sure it is. Anyway, my point is this: you can bundle that now. So there you go. Now, if you want to be ahead of that, we actually have the hookup for you. And I keep saying this. Contact my friend Annette. Just say I'm interested in solar. Some of you have solar. Some of you want to put more solar, and some of you just don't want to pay top ticket item for solar, and I get it. Okay, there's all kinds of solar options. Some look really neat and kind of like very streamlined. They make it affordable, and if you look at what you pay over the last year, for example, and you take that, I can almost guarantee you could find solar that's cheaper than that. You'll save money right away. I've seen some numbers of people that have done it. Now I will say this: if you ever were in like thinking of solar, like anywhere from 8 to 12 years ago, it kind of didn't make sense at the time because energy was cheap. All right, but they always said this. They said one day it's going to go up. Well, we're here at one day, so people are excited. Those that have solar that bought into it 8, 12 years ago are happy right now because they're like, yay, free energy, right, from the sun. So I say take advantage of that. But if you want solar, message, say, hey, I want solar, I want information. I'll have Annette check in on you and get that ready for you because that's where we're going in the next, Now, I will say this. I hope, if they're going to do like a rebate program, they have a rebate program going on right now. They say for energy or for solar, we have this amount. And it's all over the place around the state, okay, and around the country, to be honest. It's called a rebate program. So you pay into it, and then you get this back from federal, okay? And that's called do it now while you can. But if they ever go up to like 8 to 12,000, maybe even 10,000, take advantage of it, okay? Take advantage of it. If you don't have a home, get a home and get what I call now, which I think is a great opportunity. Remember we talked about Boxable, Jess?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, Boxabl. Check them out. I think you're following them. And they have those like in a box. They deliver it, and it's like built in a day. Okay, but if you think about homes where you have a backyard and you think, okay, I don't want to do a lot of construction, it's okay. Just check out Boxable. They were going for 50,000. I think they upped it a little because some guy said, hey, I'm gonna put these in an area, and they upped it to 60,000. But there are a lot of competitors coming out that I'm following. They do anywhere from as low as 30,000 to as much as 80,000. and they come out. They can tow them out, actually. They put it in place. You got to have a way, of course, of them like doing it. Sometimes, if like it's the backyard, hopefully you have a back area to get it in. But in a way, you can add, okay, I'll put it this way. Let's say you have a backyard and there's a lot of space. You let the dogs out, right? Why not get one of these for like, 30, 40, 50,000, and then rent it out. Or do this. Live in it if you live like single, and then rent out the front, right? Because you're on the premises as landlord, and it's easy breezy. You don't have to do all the construction that a lot of these companies charge, because they charge a lot. Usually minimum to add on to a place, anywhere from like 180, well, let's see, 180 to maybe 300,000 to add on like a 3-bedroom, okay? Don't do a 3-bedroom, do a 1-bedroom in the back. All you need is a permit, and they usually help you with that. You got to run a line to it for, the toilet. You got to run a line, for some stuff. But if you could do that, Jess, you're in it to win it, because now you make money on the rental unit that you charge, right? So do that. You'll add value to the home, right, to the property, and that's not wasted space anymore. A lot of homes in the area of San Gabriel and like LA, even San Bernardino, Riverside, have a lot of space in the back, because back in the day, especially in the 50s, 60s, and the 70s, they sold like, cheap, of course, but at the time, to some, it was expensive, just depending on your, what you did for work. But you see a lot of like space in the back. And I'll even say this, sometimes that garage, shoot, tear it down, put a secondary boxable, because they look modern, they look sleek, they look even better than the home in front sometimes, right? But don't tear down what you have in the front. Just rent out the back, or you live in it and then rent out the front. That's a great way to make money, to pay your bill, and to have, just bundle it. You know what I mean? It's not hard. So I say do that. It's the next big money maker for real estate here when you're running out of space, because they're modular, they're small, they're, yes, box size, but they're very modern. And are you looking at it, Jess?
Yes, I'm looking at their Instagram page, and yes, I do follow them. And you know what? It's a great idea.
Would you live in that if you were alone?
Yeah, why not?
I think your dog would be happy with that. And because it's very like, a lot of sun, right? You put drapes or whatever, but it's very modern. And I say live in it in a few years, and then get another one for 50,000, Jess. That's nothing. To buy a home right now. I'll give you an example. If you lived in the desert, and there's a lot of areas, right? You can buy desert for cheap, but you get that, you get plumbing, you get all that ready to go, you bundle it. It's well under 100,000. How, where can you get a home for under 100,000, Jess? You can't.
No, actually, you know what? One of my plans was like, if I had money, I would buy like I know it sounds weird, but like a huge chunk of land that has like a mountain, a lot of forest around it. I would clear a portion out and turn it into like rentals. Put a bunch of these boxable things. You can be like a retreat for families or whatever. Rent them out. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, you can. If you have the land and you have a way of getting the people to want to rent, it's got to be an area which is paved, enough to where they could, go and shop. And, you want to do it in an area where there's like people, obviously, because I've seen some people do that and they keep it contained, but that's kind of like weird. You're like, I think the person wants to control everyone. But if you get a piece of land, or you inherit a land from maybe a family member, don't throw it away. Don't say, I can't do anything with this. Get boxable, build a community, build it in, get financing for it, so you're not paying top dollar, and I guarantee it's investment. And then even if you want to sell it, you build a community, sell it later, and then you're good to go. But live in one of them and then reap the rewards. You retire off that, Jess. It's a great income opportunity if you got good credit. So get good credit first, get a way to pay it, makes sense. It's like a business, and then figure it out. But I think it's a great thing to do, especially on a home where you have backyard, but you want to tear it down. You don't want to pay into that. You know how some of these homes, I'll give you an example. Here in San Gabriel, a lot of people rehab homes, meaning that they tear down like a 1-story and they build like a mansion, 2-story, like big, that's a lot of money. Okay, that's a lot of money. And a lot of the ones that did it are usually from, other countries where they have the money to do that, right? But when you want to sell that, it's a little too high price, especially when the homes around the area are like in the 50s, 60s, right? And they're one story. You've probably seen them in certain communities, but there's a way to do it where you make money. It's not a duplex situation, but it's called a separate home in the back. So they call that, I think, a multi-dwelling unit, but it's not attached, so it's a little different. But you add value. Just tear down the garage. Don't convert it, because garages are very difficult to convert. I saw a conversion happening on my Instagram. I don't know why it came out. I think they're saying, hey, we can do that, because construction's like going, hey, we're ready, for the next stage. But I think this is the next stage. And talking to Hyundai, they're like, yeah, we see that. And the guy was like, dude, I want one in my backyard because I want to get away from the woman, And I'm like, no, don't get away from the woman. Enhance it with the woman. So then you could, go in there and have fun away from the kids, or have fun for your kids to have fun back there. Do it for fun. Do it, and again, 30, 40, 50,000 is not a lot, okay? Anywhere from 300 to 400 to 500, 600,000, that's a lot. But I would say in the next few years, if you do it right, you can resell that property and get a valuation on it, and maybe even get a refi and say, okay, what is it worth now? And within 3 years, it'll be probably worth, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a home, Jess. Your mom has a home, right?
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Does she have a backyard?
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Okay. Would one of these fit in the backyard? Is there a garage you use and it's got a bunch of stuff and you can't put your vehicle in?
Do you know my dad?
Okay, that's a yes. Okay, so my point is this, okay? It's okay, no shame. Everyone's like, yeah, that's me. Okay, so if you have that, all right, your home, and I don't know what the valuation is there, but anywhere from about 400 to 500,000 where you live, okay? That's about what it is. Now, if you refi that and you're paying top dollar, I say refi now before it goes up, because it's going to continue to go up because they need to make their money back, okay? It was good at 0, but a lot of people took advantage of that. Some people did not. I talked to somebody yesterday. He goes, well, I have 3%. It's locked in. I said, good job. But if you're, okay, so let's say you put, and you say, okay, Dad, I want to live in the back because it's a little cheaper than what I'm renting right now. How much will you charge me? Do the math on that, Jess. 50,000, okay? Put just for safe, because you got to do, the toilet, you got to do plumbing. Put in 60, put in 60,000. I think you can cover for 60,000. Put 60,000 in. Divide that by how long would you live there for?
I don't know. Let's say 5 years.
Okay. Put in 3 years. So put 60,000. Here, I'll do it with you, because sometimes the math kind of. Let me bring up the calculator, because I've had people do this. They go, what? And I go, no. It's very simple. So take your calculator, right? Everyone do that, all right? And think about it. Now, granted, it's a 1 bedroom, okay? But you know, just doesn't have a lot, So 6,000, okay, divided by, and you can't do 3 years. It doesn't do the math right. Well, you can actually, but think 12 months times 3. What's that?
36.
Okay, so divided by 36. How much is that?
166.6666. Why are you making me doing math?
So
I left, so I didn't have to do that.
Wait, but do you understand what you just did, Jess?
No, I do a lot of things without realizing them. But go ahead, continue.
Okay, I'm gonna do this math again, because that can't be right. 60,000. Maybe I did 6,000. 60,000 divided by 36. Okay, that's better. Thank you. I'm like, what the what? Okay, like $100. I did 6,000. Yeah, I did the wrong math. I apologize. 60,000 is $1,600. Okay, or 17. We'll go 1,700. 1,700 for a 1 bedroom for 3 years. Now, what do you pay a month now, Jess?
God, I pay that. What the heck?
But you never own it.
No, that is true. I do not.
So within 3 years, if you pay that, you could say, Dad, can I own that in the back? And he say, yeah, you pay it off. You just paid off in 3 years' time. Now, let's say you say, yo, let's go on a business venture. I'm going to help you out. Because he goes, no, it doesn't work. You go, yes, it does. Watch. I live where I live, but you're going to pay that off and then some, because after that is paid off, 60,000 at 36 Dang, Jess. Okay, do you get where I'm going with this? Even if you say, look, Dad, I want to save some money, all right? Let's do that same math, okay? I don't think people are understanding this. $60,000 to put a boxable, right, unit, which is not very modern. You could live there 100%. I would. Let's say you want to pay, how much do you think you would love to pay a month that would keep things like, you'd be able to buy anything you want, keep it, you want to keep it clean. He wants you to keep it clean. Your mom wants you to keep it clean. But you can have money for whatever you want. Like, how much a month would you be willing to put, but you kind of elongate so you stay there a little longer?
Ooh, probably about 1,000.
Okay. So let's see. 60. Let's see. How do I do this? Okay, so I don't know how to do that math. But the point is this. Sorry. Okay, 60,000 divided by 1,000. Let's do this. There, I think that's the math. Okay. Divided by 12. So 60 months that you live, 5 years. There it is. So you live there for 5 years, paying $1,000 is paid off. So anything after that, Jess, is income for life. Because A, it's modern. B, it's you don't need to repair it because they got like good stuff in it, right? So anything after that is bonus for your pa, whether you live there or not. But if you live there, you would pay it off within 5 years at $1,000. Do you get where I'm going with this?
Yes, I do.
And it's nice. So anyway, check out Boxable, Boxabl. I've been saying they're the next thing since sliced bread, which is awesome. Take advantage of it. It makes sense in this time where we're living. It's like, why are you paying top dollar when you cannot own? Now, granted, usually you go, yeah, but I want to own real estate. That's different. Okay, that's expensive. But you could own the home on the real estate. You do want to own the real estate, not gonna lie. But when you do it with fam, it's a lot better. So I hope this just gives you perspective of what you're putting to a rental unit. You get where I'm going with that? So in essence, you would pay it off in 5 years, Jess. And if you're, Ma and your pa were really like nice about it, they'd be like, you know what, you don't need to pay anymore. It's paid off. Thank you. And you say, oh, awesome. Now you have rent free for life. Jess? Until you move out, then he goes, okay, now I charge. But he can charge like $1,300, $1,400, $1,500. You get it? That's income for life. Do you get where I'm going with this?
I got you.
It's really that easy, people. It's not hard. So look at Boxable. Look at the real estate. If you have a yard, just convert a Boxable in there, put it in, start making money, or live there and then rent out the front. If you have like a 3 or 4 bedroom in the front, you can rent it for more, probably like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, right? A lot of people are making money that way, and then just move in the back. Be happy with that. I would, 100%. All right, people, we're going to take a quick break. Let you think about that. We'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
Don't let insurance companies make decisions for you. Go to Pass Auto Center in Banning, your one-stop repair facility with full collision repair, auto maintenance, service, and an authorized smog center. You'll also find a full-service used car lot to fit every budget with the right vehicle for you. Trade-ins are accepted and they pay cash for your car. Pass Auto Center at 2609 West Ramsey in Banning, just off the I-10 freeway between Sunset and 22nd. Call 951-849-7878.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny & Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorelocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
Football season is back, and every Monday night, the Two Coot Lounge at the Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel is where you need to be. Come cheer on your favorite team and become a Club Serrano member for your chance to win incredible prizes, enjoy food and drink specials, and be entertained by the 66ers dance team. It's the Monday Night Pigskin Party at the Two Coot Lounge at the brand new Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel and Highland, California. Rep your team, and we'll see you there this Monday.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. Stephanie says, hello, happy editing this glorious, snowy, and chilly, awesome busy day ahead for today. Again from Ohio. Love that place. We got to go visit Jess. And then Renee says, Tesla, go Elon Musk. Awesome. Yeah, do some great things over there. Jess, what's going on?
Okay, so this story happened a few days ago. So you know what? If you see a bunch of teens harassing a special needs kid,
yeah,
what would you do? You would intervene and talk to them, correct?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so this assistant manager actually did that, and it did not end well for her.
Oh.
Yeah, like I seriously think there should be a law where, if people are acting up like this, customers, employees have the right to whoop butt. But either way, she intervened, talked to them, and apparently the guy got a little upset because he couldn't make fun of a teen with special needs, so he ended up punching her. Okay.
Okay.
And she lost her eye because of that.
What? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's not good.
Like the hospital was trying to save it, but too much of a rupture within the eye, and they couldn't do it. So she's now Nick Furying it.
I can see that.
Yeah, you see it, and I'm just like horrified because I'm just like, if I see somebody messing with a special needs kid, I'm not even gonna say something. I'm just gonna whoop your butt.
And she's young.
Yes, she did. She's like 20 or 21. She did not deserve this.
Yeah, no, Jess. That you know what? All I can say is this, Jess. Well, how many were there that she went up against?
She said it was a group, but you know what? Only one of them did the punching, so that's all it takes.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll say this, and it's sad because this is the thing where people go, is it worth it to step in and like intervene, right? Because like I feel here she is actually on show you that like that's her, right? And she's young, right? Like so yeah, I don't know what to say about that, Jess. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, it's just like, what do you do? Like, because you're always told, don't intervene. But you know what? If you don't intervene, nothing changes, and then everybody acts the same.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm just tired of it. I want people to consequence.
This was at the Habit Burger Grill. I love the Habit, by the way.
I do like Habit too. So yeah, it's sad because it's becoming more and more prevalent. People, those that father and son who worked at Taco Bell, then one of them got shot.
Wait, whoa. So
remember?
whoa. Hold on. I don't know if we're talking too, like, okay.
Okay,
It says,
yeah.
shows her being punched after she noticed a man in a group bullying a teen with special needs. The teen is related to a coworker.
Mm-hmm.
It says her manager told her to tell the man to leave, and that's when she stepped in. She said, I was like, hey, just to let you know, it's not right what you're doing. There's special needs. She says the man then attacked her, so the second punch he threw hitting her in the eye. She says, when he punched me, it kind of caught me by surprise. That makes sense. That's quick. She went immediately to the emergency, but unsuccessful saving her eye. She's only 19, Jess.
Oh God, it's younger than I thought. Yeah, and she's gonna be Nick Fury. So
More like Habit Fury. Dang it.
exactly, and I'm just like, I don't know. I was like, I always want like to be in like the moment. Like, would I do something? And I want to say that I would, but I don't know.
Yeah, they said, and this is weird. The emergency is kind of dumb when you go there. They go. She says they kept asking me if he was wearing any rings because they didn't think that a normal punch could rupture an eye. Any punch can rupture an eye. That's why you do not hit someone in the anywhere. You know, you just don't. Anything can happen. She said this: I've gotten ahead and made the decision that it would be best to get a prosthetic. Oh, at 19, Jess. She said, it could potentially attack my good eye, so it would be best to just have it removed. Oh. How would it go to your good eye? It doesn't, they're not connected, they're separate. Palomera and her family are staying strong in hopes police will catch the suspect. Of course they haven't. She says she was just standing up for a friend, someone who didn't deserve to be bullied. She said, quote, things may happen and not work out the way you want, but at least I feel good that he wasn't harmed. I think it would have been a lot harder on him if he was the one that was attacked. She wants to go at him. Oh, man. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her. Police say it's currently being investigated. I hope they catch the guy. There is video of the suspect entering and leaving the restaurant, but police have not said if they've been able to make contact with him. That's the one thing I don't like about masks, Jess. It's very difficult to you know, like, the guy that hit me, you know, I filed a report. They did nothing. So... I feel bad for her. Liliana tuning in. Thank you, Liliana. We appreciate you. Stephanie says, Ohio, this time of year is a beautiful place in the snow. We got ice skating, snowboarding, tubing, skiing, and up to 15 minutes for me. We are building a drive-through coffee shop. So I think she's saying, come visit, Jess. We need to go down at some point. I don't think they bully there. Anyway. So there you go. A lot of things happening. Be safe out there. It's the weekend. Have fun, right? Oh, and by the way, Brothers, if you do Magic the Gathering, Brothers is out. Brothers War or something like that. So go have fun with that. And do this. Have fun along the way, but be safe. Wear a mask. It's recommended. Okay, they're recommending. Just wear it ahead of time. Get one. And if you get a really cool one, show me which one you have. Okay, because I'm in the mood for buying like a black one that looks cool. All right, I got to shop for it. Anyway, bye, everyone.